The ultimate despair. People who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Seeing people put together this killing game and begin broadcasting it around the world. Most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest, and the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to Danganronpa. Last time around, we got framed for murder. However, a faithful encounter with Alter Ego saved our butt, and now we are in this trash area where Kyoko came down to rescue us. Yo, do you still have that one thing? Monkuma's secret tool you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's a valid part of snaring the mastermind. I will never part with it. Well, ain't gonna open any doors in school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Should use on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, can you use the keys yours to open the door? This door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with Monkuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... yes, it opened.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly open the door and made our escape from this garbage pit. Finally, we were finally free. But it wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. We're immediately heading to deadly life. Leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. And a ladder leading up to into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. The idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. I said I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. Time when being detective is considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. And is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even my actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
Detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things. To do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made conscious efforts to conceal our existence. A conscious effort.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. That's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. That explains it. Before I came here, when I looked up info about school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hit herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride. Huh? In order to have enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. The reason you give up that pride, the reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? Absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reminded after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
Nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
Something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? Last time I saw him, still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. In line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. He cut himself from the family. After that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. Went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and As I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
That's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family's name. The last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. Above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell how she looked when she said that. She might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. It's what anyone in a position might say, right? But it's not true.
However.
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So.
The way everyone else looked at me. I never said about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However.
As my family looked at me, they saw something different. They all saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. This shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
So I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. No doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family just come off like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood. Nothing more. Connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Okay, by blood, not by heart or soul. I'm shocked to hear someone say that. Or say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. I don't know how long. Finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. Outside the door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
The hatch on the ground in the trash room. Fairly certain this where we'll come out. I locked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. Shot my hand and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so looks like we're back. Can't believe how long the ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out here. Back to Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I've never got out here of there without you. Thanks, necessary. I was just returning a favor. So now what would we do? Glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and what about you too? You helped me, so they might
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then.
Let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words.
Let's ask Monkmoon if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's.
However.
Trying to hide is only my attempt till we find out. It's not like we can run away. Should point at a nearby surveillance camera. Saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now. Don't worry, what do you think's gonna happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared. See something like that before. What does it mean?
So.
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makrill's death. The moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
We talked to Monkuma, we can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we go directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. So we'll know super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monkuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Can I go say anything to everyone first?
Shall we go?
Get the gym to Monokuma. Okay. Wow.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That guy, I thought you'd react. You gonna be okay? Supposed to be punished. Kyoko could help you. What if I did? What will we do? What will you do? The guilty party exposed during cosplay, they alone would be executed. But that is the rule. I got punished again. This time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel like you have to. What?
However,
Before you do, let me just say one thing.
now.
To execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I'm supposed to be chosen to blacken and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The result of the trial weren't at all what you're expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right.
In response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precision execution machinery. Alter Ego. Never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it will surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. The Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? Talk about the game, you're saying the Blackened is mean and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
well,
No, I can't. Just say it like that. What is this, common routine to make this bold claim without a shred of evidence?
that doesn't matter.
I'll find it right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. Now you're trying to talk like some famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. With fear for his life, feared another execution, he would have tried to run and hide. But, gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me the absence of evidence?
indeed.
Not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
To execute Makoto, now everyone out there watching this will be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because of what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. Hmm?
Hey,
Of course. You can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Want to turn our despair fair and square?
that's what we have to
And I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Makoto's trial over again. Only this time, you follow school regulation to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Oh, that'll make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, our chance to expose the true identity of Makoto's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason the mastermind have to accept the challenge? Probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry?
what's wrong?
Oh, it's Game Boy decided to change things up a little bit. So time for bear jokes. It's just, it might be plausible. Certainly make one for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
May you accept? Do you think, Joy, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? Cause you unbearable despair, right? That I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Hope went out, or my despair claimed victory. At one final grisly showdown. He agreed. We still have a shot at this. It's a long way climax, right? Just guessing killers barely fitting in it. Final face up. You'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well and good. Let's bear it all. Claw your way to the truth of Makuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school. then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? Or excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
Before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? One student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
Just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. And having trial for Makuro is no exception to that. Huh? If there's no exception, then it's part of the regulations? I mean that whoever killed Makuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I've told you this already, but... The killing game began with 16 student participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began... are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? He goes so quiet all of a sudden. I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. Just get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He's almost emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm just going. Really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. I'm not gonna get your punishment later anyway. You can start. Get ready. Super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Makoto's unstable lasher seemed to cling us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. Hard to believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. Got my life, and we still had a chance. All things turned out way better than expected. Again, I was in Kyoko's dead. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't think we just hit. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I'm sure if the enemy will accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? They don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of one moment the Mastermind let their guard down, like I said. But when was the Mastermind let the guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? It said they hijacked the airways to broadcast our school live to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, they did actually take over the airways seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
Don't get like to read something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
Yet somehow Mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
Think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. Reason?
so,
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem,
Mastermind's been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. All the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Since if those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anyone.
in other words,
Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
Prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
Astral World has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. Talk about hope, right?
that's right.
Those who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. Mastermind wanted the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? Want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing nobody who called themselves the ultimate despair would devise. A group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, the same motivation will let the Mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. Mastermind has to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored the rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us for themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Jungle broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use a class trial following all the proper rules to get me killed. Began trial that didn't have an answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took out another risk. Attempted to kill you, who also was not the killer. That fact was exposed to live TV to the entire outside world. Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words.
Only due to the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
However.
It was only thanks to you that we got a chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. Feeling quickly, I took a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. Totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. While presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiating persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I shown my uneasiness, that would just make it that much more uneasy. Alright, how pathetic.
However.
Anyway, we can't just relax yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through would have been for nothing. You're right. Can't defeat Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True. Now we know who our real enemy is. What we do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However.
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway.
And right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
Probably in George somewhere. Shall we go? Let's go! Well, there's probably definitely one place we can go check for them. Where everyone will end up meeting up. Something we were agreed with. Something? You again? Is he broken? Suppose his emotional instability reached its limits. Jeez, what the heck?
However.
It was all about. And hope will love our relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, it seriously stinks. Look, he smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, if it since trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice, all the rooms were locked before. Were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. And where can we go to find new clues? You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, everywhere you can be rotten? I was rolling around in garbage for a while. Smells so smelly. Way worse than me, way worse than me. I win. Happy for some reason. Still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. You realize why you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they have their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Yo!
Okay, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
You get to talk to her? Who?
Hmm.
Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. Who the heck is Miss Cleo?
Makoto.
In time to enjoy an extended happy reunion. Explain everything what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what?
Hmm.
Okay, you hear what if Mastermind catches you?
It's true.
Well, that's really what I have to tell you all. I can tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're gonna redo Makoto's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
This one redoing. Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What you're saying is it was all the work of the Mastermind. What? You're saying Mastermind killed Makoto?
That's right.
That's right. It is all an elaborate trap contrived by the Mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
This decision meant he would be the one to die.
What
You
did
spotted
you
the
say?
trap, did you, Makoto? It sound like it's easy, I just,
however,
execute Makoto, who wasn't the Black End, is a clear violation of school regulations. Rules state only the Black End is to be executed. The Mastermind broke their own rules. Why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. Mastermind agreed. Does this mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
Recall what he said at the end of the last trial. He said, now is the Mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean.
Yeah, I'm totally in the dark here. Everyone doesn't. You can ask Kyoko to explain it later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makoto, right? So our job is to expose the Mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
Oh, we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
Alright, I guess right, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, you say you can agree to this term without talking to the rest of us. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here with our master. I want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words,
Interesting.
one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
but
We're gonna have masterminds and how to kill Makoto and all the school mysteries. Pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time, trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. So Monokuma gave us a little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough ones. Anyway, here's a hint. Sure told you already, but this killing game began with 16 participants. All of them high school students. Only people to take a single step in Host Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? And Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
Mastermind is really the one who killed Makoto, as Kyoko said. Mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makoto, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
According to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Host Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in this killing game. Then the Mastermind is 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. If Makoto, you get 16, Mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we start off with, the only ones left still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the Mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure. You can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just all that confuse us.
Indeed.
It's an impossibility, but only one among many. Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that's a possibility we can't ignore. I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, they must be a high schooler. Can't say it's not possible. Almost a Mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? So you know, it's acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe it's not coming control him in secret.
but
I'm camera sneakily, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Maybe Monica was on autopilot. Maybe it lit up all the dialogue and action beforehand. In that case, no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it would be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Not very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
Time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my
But I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. No time to worry about the rest of you. You must uphold your responsibility. Well then, in his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, can take me with him. Did you blame him? Well, that master rescued like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. Totally useless. So, bye. Took the charge off the dining hall. Now she's gone. You're gonna go by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Leaves Makoto Hina and me.
You know?
In case I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait to see. I'm going to use my totally awesome spirit power to figure the mastermind's identity. Well, Hiro left the dining hall. We're gonna go by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
It's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
has
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. Just depend on Sakura and everyone else. That's just useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. Very nice of you to say. But still, I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. I'll go off and do it on my own. Okay, see you later. Surprised and high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again, just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, you're going off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our research separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I see what you mean. Our investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. You see us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Better get going. Endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
All the doors of school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. All the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
But no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. That Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. Time to waste either. I can begin my search. Still can't believe the Mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. Prove the Mastermind isn't one of us. Explore the Mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. Then we can all escape together. And next time around, I will start the final investigation. See y'all then. Take care. Bye.